Hello, Nick, Self, Ohana, Cosmos, Eternity. This is Magic Mirror Work for March 8th, 2025. This may be part 3. So it's going to be one of those big days. So regardless, just started with my third round of drinks, beet juice. Personal consumption. You decide to watch this if you want to. So this beet, carrot, ginger, apple juice. What's really unique about this is I get most of the ingredients from Forest Bauer Farms, which is a biodynamic farm here, which really is just old school farming where you actually have a mix of all the different manures, compost, all that stuff to really enliven the soil. So you're growing stuff not because you're just trying to produce the highest yields, but trying to produce the most nutrient dense, alive vegetables as you can. And there's such a difference in drinking this. So the reason why I'm willing to take the time to juice rather than just spend money and buy juice is because the ingredients, I already know what I'm putting into this. And most juice out there, and I can understand it, like the ingredients in this, like the carrots and the beets is probably enough for $30 in here. And then you add on the apples, which is another like $5. And then you add on the ginger, like all that starts to add up. And then I'm using a juicer that costs like $800. It's like, it doesn't make financial sense in the old way. And then taking time, like an hour of time, what is that worth? I can't wait in the future to have someone actually juicing for me most of the time. No doubt about it. But right now, is it one of the places I'm willing to invest my time and energy? Yes, because I desire it so much. And I know I'm doing it not just for myself, but my family, like especially my beloved's drinking more juice because of this too. And some of my juice is coming from organic, and organic isn't bad, especially if it actually is organic. But the label itself just means the absence of pesticides. And it's shifting from the absence of to what are we actually going towards, right? Biodynamic, it's going to be organic no matter what, because you're not going to go biodynamic and go that far down the route if you're not actually at least organic. Organic is part of the forcing of things versus the power of things. The power of things is how do you actually, what's your own philosophy? What's your own mission? What's your own values? The forcing of things is what are the base restrictions we're going to put on? And now people are starting to play for the base restrictions because they're realizing, hey, I can't economically and viably compete unless I only focus on the base restrictions, because otherwise I'm doing more than anyone's asking for and I'm not getting compensated for it. And that's part of what I want to do with this Ohana Sage, is I want to do exactly what we want to do and get compensated for it. And part of it is going to be over and over again creating even more clarity in what we're up to. So I'm saying it in some of these videos because I'm practicing the clarity. And I'm saying it because in the practicing the distilling of it, I'll be better at saying that during podcasts. And I'll be better at delivering this when people are trying to sign up, and in the written form, and getting my team on board, and refining the parts that aren't clear. Because in all that clarity and all that wanting to do good, there's a part of me that's greedy still, right? I'm like, I want to get what's mine. I want to be taken care of. I want to have this. That's not that it doesn't exist. I'm a human being and I want to have the comforts. I wanted to fly, business class, first class, private. I want to have the best. I want to have all this help. I want to have guidance. I want to have land. I want to have all these things. And what I really want is an amplified voice and a clearer voice. And play and fun. And not just for myself. That's interesting. Did I not close the door? Let's go check it out. That's probably, I imagine, what's going on. Why there's beeping. But it's not fully closed. Yeah, so interesting, eh? Boop. Hello. Hello again. Oh, I don't have tracking on, that's why. Hello. There we go. Now you're gonna follow me. I really love all this tracking. Actually, maybe it's time to stand up again and have a different kind of excitement. I'm uploading a bunch of these videos as well. I've realized that I've had a backlog of videos and I didn't want to inundate or have anyone else out there watch them all because people were watching them. And then I realized, why was I trying to control? And that's sometimes my thing, everyone else's experience. And so instead I'm like uploading a bunch. I'm going to upload them and try to do it regularly, like at least once every couple days. Upload them so it's not sticking around as a backlog of videos. And then it gets slogged in because then I'm not doing other videos. And then I'm not getting them off the computer, which is also taking a bunch of space on the computer, which doesn't need to be there either. So, because right now, every hour-long video is about 5 gigabytes. I'm creating at least about an hour a day. And since I started at the beginning of this month even, which is 8 days, and that's 40 gigabytes. So there's so much space that's being taken up with these. And it's exciting. Like, how much shit am I creating? It's gonna be overwhelming soon. So where was I? Juicing. Yeah, so I get to choose the things I want to invest time and energy in. And right now I want to invest time and energy into my own clarity, energy, vitality. And I'm learning how to streamline. I'm learning every time I'm doing this, how do I make it more meditative? How do I make it feel so good to do this work? And then how do I notice when I'm rushing or when I'm doing it to avoid something else that I could be doing? So do the practices, get so used to it, and then switch out of it. It's happened for breath. It's happened for meditation. It's happened for enemas. It's happened for not drinking alcohol. And then they just become regular parts of the practice. Like not drinking alcohol is just the default now. Taking a breath is just the default now. Enemas is just the default whenever I want to now. Like I don't worry, will I do it again? How will I do it? It's hard, all this stuff. It's just like, it'll be easy whenever I choose to again, whenever it feels like it's calling to me again. And then every now and then I need to clean out the hose and disinfect it. And that's all right too. Nothing right, nothing wrong. Family. Currently, there's some illnesses running in the extended family on my beloved side, so we haven't seen them in a few weeks. And looking forward to it. It's such an important part. And then looking forward to myself and what's next beyond my own judgment of interactions. Because it's really easy to judge someone else's familial interactions. And then I have my own family coming up in, just over a month now? Just about 2 months now. My family's going to be coming out here and we'll be using this room for Mother's Day. And it's exciting. And there's a part of me that like, how do I talk about all the things? Do I even need to talk about all the things? And I'll probably gonna let them know. I'm gonna let them know in a little video. Hey guys, we're doing different things for eczema. We're looking at unschooling. We're looking at doing some traveling. I'm looking at doing different kinds of work. I've been founding another company. What else have I been up to that they're not fully aware of? I've been doing a different diet. And none of these things, I've been getting this amazing body work, and none of these things need to happen. But I just wanted to share with you that there's so many things that if we want to dive into, we can. And I never need to, but I'm always up to something, and I don't need to tell you all the things that I'm up to. Because frankly, it's effort too. And I don't want to not tell you, and better yet, how do I actually ask for their wisdom? Because instead of trying to tell, because it's coming from a place of trying to tell, what is the wisdom that I want to learn from? And that's coming back to the piece that I wrote down in family, whether they're older, younger, stupider, smarter, above, below, all the different things, there's something to learn. And how do I step aside from the things that are just passing time? And how do I not judge others for doing things that are just passing time? And because my parents, when it comes down to it, have been really efficient in doing the things that they feel they value. They're getting solar panels on the roof right now. They'll be getting their taxes done on time. Their finances are in order. They're not worried about going out or being bankrupt or anything else like that at any point in time. Whereas sometimes for me, I'm looking and I noticed there's an article coming out about Mr. Beast and his ambitions, and they're always spending more than they're taking in, and they're raising more money for a $5 billion empire right now. And there's a fragility to it. There's a fragility to it. And hearing about him, I don't know if I would invest right now without giving more guidance. And that's a piece I really want, is I want to invest and have guidance at the same time. Some guiding light and remembering the investments into the sprouting company, Asher, remembering the other person I met, and reaching out. I haven't done that yet still. And that's something to do at some point in time. And then reaching out to some of the people from the Life Masters, writing to her and saying, okay, hey, yes, I want to. Oh, 1 second. Hello. Yeah, thank you. This is an open room, so I had to be with someone who was possibly coming in. Feeling that energy. Ooh, there was such nervousness, such nervous energy. Like, do I get to keep this room? Do I not? And just taking a breath. Just taking a breath. Not making it right or wrong that someone wanted to come in. Not making it right or wrong that someone wanted to come in because it's not my room. But I'm glad I didn't pause the video either. I just left it going still. Oh, that was an interesting jolt to the nervous system. One of the things right now that I've been playing with more, and a few people in my life, is my head's telling me one thing, my body's telling me something else. So as I was getting body work, she was asking, let me know if it's too much, is it too deep? And I was like, reminding myself, reminding her, my body is going to share with you if it's too deep. You're going to notice my hands will start coming up. I'm going to start to tense. I'm going to start to tighten. I'm going to start to resist. My breathing pattern will change. Those are the things that you can look out for, more so even than me telling you, because me telling you is my brain saying, I can feel this and there's pain, versus I'm experiencing this even if my brain's telling me it's okay. And as much as I can be in deep surrender, I want to receive. And I am appreciating that I'm not pushing them to push harder now. I'm finding someone who can actually meet me at my own resistance level. And the only time I really was beyond my edge was that one time I had a massage with another friend, another Joe. And it had been months and I'd been really tight. So she was really working the fascia. And I could see she was really trying to deliver me value. And there's a part of me that's like, I've got too much value already. And that's my own reminder. When am I trying to deliver too much value? Because someone is coming to me from such a state. Taking a step back and being like, hey, this is what's available. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm not here to push you. You've got to find your own fucking certainty. Because if you're not so certain, then that's part of why I'm creating the container this way. I'm creating the container this way because I want to have people who are so certain that they're doing what they want to do. That they are having a 5-month soul immersion, not just a one-time ceremony, not something that feels more accessible, even though it's always a stretch. With the work that I've done, it's funny because my beloved's like, how do you choose your pricing? I'm like, I just do. And part of it right now for me is because I want to spend so much time doing this work. I'm building out the foundation of how we want to do things. I'm building out the foundation of the intake process. I'm building out the foundation of the collaborations. I'm building out the website differently. I have a place for people to come to now. And I have a desire to create more calls, one with Mark Hamilton. He's a medium, and I imagine I'm going to get some insight there. I have another call with Mary Margrave scheduled in a couple months. And by that time, in an ideal world, I'll have already created and crafted sometimes to bring it all together. And some people, I'm just looking now right now, like those are also people that could be really, really good. They've already got full practices, so they don't need my work, but they'd be really good if there's a client that would really benefit from that. And then I've got great people on the team already, like Elizabeth and Joni, like how to develop that in a way that really serves. And just practicing walking around again to shift up the brain, shift up the knowingness. There's a part of me that has a fear. And I'm saying this out loud, not even knowing what the fear is. It's almost like it's numb inside the body. As I'm doing so much, it's dragging up the fears. As I'm contemplating, like I haven't finalized my decluttering this week, so that's another chat to have with my beloved. Doing some decluttering, really emptying out the house, emptying out the stuff that we don't want to have in the house, and then setting up the shelving and everything else based on what we already have. Based on what we already have. Calling in so many favors. It's funny, and I'm going to come back to this again, the idea of quota. there's a part of my mind that's always got a ledger of who do I owe stuff to, who owes me stuff. And this is probably part of the larger Akashic records, right? Like everything is recorded, owed, not owed, and how do we look at it? And it's a funny concept. Oh, there's a little bit of fruit in there. It's a funny concept, what's owed and not owed. It's a funny concept, what's working and what's not working. And that's part of the development of money, was a beautiful tool to simplify that owed, not owed. What is it that we owe each other? How do we find a shared common value of things? And then how is this shifted from something that's actually useful to something where it's like, who's gaming the system right now? Right now, with the tariffs, with the financial thing, with the dollar valuations, all the stuff, there are systems being gamed. And I could learn how to play the game better. I could play that game better. And I can love the game for what it is and play with it the way I want to and own what I want to own. I remember when I first met my dear friend Matt, he had all the pieces in place so that no matter what happened, things would be safe. And that's one of the big things I can see is making sure that things are safe. And when it's really stretched, that's when it's stressful. And so for myself, I'm a little bit more of a risk taker, but that's part of what I'm looking to create, is the safety and the structure and the automaticity of things. And that's, I believe, what my dear teachers before, Yvonne and Lana, were trying to teach me, because they realized that they were not always living that life. Part of it was the shaman's way of, okay, we're just going to trust. And part of it for me is, how do I both trust and support my nervous system and support the nervous system of my beloved? And from there, actually look at, how do I break free of some of the money stories I've had? Too much money, too much wealth accumulated in one place is bad, is evil, is stagnant. I don't think it's stagnant at all in the way I'm creating it now. I think it's really dynamic. We're spending more than we ever have in many different ways. And it'll be reminding those around me, those who really want to support, hey, if you want to support, then just fucking sign up for the program. It's simple. I'm just going to put it that clearly, that cleanly. If you want to support, sign up for the fucking program. And there's a reason for this. We're creating this in a way where the sustainable fair exchange. I am wanting to do, you have no idea, and you know that. You have no idea all the things that I want to create and am capable of creating. And right now I'm working on creating the systems, the automaticity, the projects, the products that actually works. And then when I can get this set up properly, and when I get support to take a look at where it's janky, and then replicate the parts that want to be replicated, because that's the thing. That's what Elon Musk has created, and that's what Steve Jobs has really created, is the machine creating the machines. They have a machine to create the cars and the technology and the tools that has worked really well, that's given them a leg up. Now, there's other parts where things have fallen a little bit short. Apple, especially right now in the software. Oh my God, I don't know how many engineers they have that probably aren't doing that much, are creating more challenge than anything else, are there because they're worried about losing their jobs and their benefits and their prestige and everything else like that. Like, there's a part where a young and lean team can really change that, but it's hard to overcome the precision they have in the manufacturing process. And even then, we've become so accustomed, I have at least, to such a degree of quote unquote perfection at just working, that every time it doesn't work, it really gets jarring and grating. Like, how could this be? And really, that focus, I want it to be there. It's the same thing when I buy the cameras that I bought. Like, I wanted them to just work. And that's where I want to be in life in the not so distant future. Everything that we actually choose to buy just works. And I am already surrounded by a pretty amazing collection of things. Whether it's this microphone, this gimbal, this computer, this phone, this Kindle. Eventually, I'll probably have an iPad as well, let's be honest. And that's okay. I'm not in a rush for that, though. This is my mobile office. I'm really enjoying my mobile office, actually. That's true. I am really enjoying my mobile office. If I had the iPad that was reflective of the screen of the Kindle, where it was really actually better for my eyes and less EMF and technology, that would probably be really good. That doesn't exist yet as far as I know. E-ink screens are really good for that. Some kind of e-ink device that has a little bit more than this Amazon Kindle, probably a good thing. But right now it's serving me. And then for myself, I'm taking a look at, okay, having editors and assistants. Like part of it is I want to create all this stuff and just send it to someone and say, do something with it. And so looking forward to that, looking forward to that level of creation, looking forward to that level of creation so this can actually serve people more. Looking forward to having the community managers as well, like in school, posting, hey, I'm looking for a community manager. I really am, someone who wants to enliven this community, to enliven the community. And the breath, hey, I'm looking for someone to help me with actually updating these pages, these packages, these processes, because I could be doing breath every single day. I could be drawing from different playlists. I could be creating new ones. And making the process a little simpler. Right now, I'm creating new ones every time because it's a practice. I have the time to. I'm going to pour some energy and love into it to make it simpler and simpler to notice the parts and the pieces I want to put in place. The crescendos that I want to have in there. And as well, it's amplifying, it's spreading even my musical repertoire. These are the things that I'm practicing playing in. All right. Let's see, I'm going to take a couple minute pause just to see how things are going. Have some juice. Have some juice. What's the juice? See if there's any family messages, because is it important to go back and take care of family right now? All right, most of these things are uploaded. All right. Fuck me. I just spilled juice onto the computer, which is definitely not ideal, given that this juice is super potent. Gonna get some more napkins. Get some more napkins. Walking a little faster than the flow was ready to go. Oh, this is the last one for right now here. Go figure, eh? It's my fault for stirring it up a little bit. For stirring the pot just a little bit too much. All right, hopefully I got all the main stuff. Okay, time to drink. All right, looks like everything's been uploaded. Total watch time from people, 10 hours in the last 28 days. I'm at 62 subscribers, plus 5 in the last 28 days. Aww. There we go. Oh, wow. I don't know who this Porculus the Third is. Wow. Thank you for this lovely message. Beauty is a reflection of your beauty. What a lovely little message. Regardless of whether it's a bot or something else like that, I'm grateful for it. All right. Am I going to upload and create some more? Let's see. Unless I have some specific messages I need to reply to, I will. Okay. So, I'm going to pause this for a second while I upload a few more videos. Or actually, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this, and I might come back. I might come back for part 4. Crazy days. A lot of love. Ciao for now.